Welcome back to CIT 157, Module 2-4. Today, you will see brief history of HTML and DTD document type definition. You will validate a web page from Web Validator. Then I will talk about some guidelines for good HTML file. Chapter 6 is a reading requirement for this module. In this activity, you will see brief history of HTML. In early stage of HTML, web pages were not pretty, but people were happy because they could use hypertext. During mid-90s, there were browser wars between Netscape Navigator and Microsoft RE. Each web browser had different behaviors. People had to often write two separate web pages, one for Netscape browser and the other for Internet Explorer. During HTML4 era, WWW World Wide Web planned to separate HTML structure and presentation. HTML 4.0 was for a language for structure. CSS was for a language for presentation. In 1999, HTML 4.01 was the most current version of HTML. In 2001, HTML and another markup language known as XML got together, and sooner than you can say arranged marriage. XHTML 1.0 was born. XHTML was browser friendliness from HTML and extensibility and strictness from XML. XHTML was not supported by the community and was replaced by a new version of HTML named HTML5. DTD stands for Document Type Definition. Web browsers used DTD document type definition to know which version of HTML was used. This is an example of transitional HTML DTD and meta tag. This is an example of strict DTD. It was very similar with XHTML. This is an example of HTML5 DTD. It is really simple. Just doc type HTML. In this activity, you will download a web page and an image for www Web Validation Experience. Download launch.html and twink.gif on the proper folder. Then go to http://validator.w3.org webpage and upload the file. Then click check button. Then you will get error and warning message. You need to add a meta tag with a character set attribute, an alternative attribute for image tag. Then save the HTML file. Revalidate the file. You should not have any error message. You may have some warnings. In this activity, I added some tips for good HTML. These are practical tips. Some are error related and others are design related. Use doctype HTML tag. Use proper nested tags for HTML header, title, and body tag. In header, include title and meta tags. Style tag should be in header when needed. Put proper attribute for certain tags like src and alt attribute for image tag. After you have updated launch.html file, you should submit the URL of the file in class activity 2-4. This is an example of final launch.html. This is the end of module 2-4. HTML5 is the current version of HTML. It has a simple DTD. You can validate your HTML file from http validator.w3.org. After you finish this module, you may have some kind of idea about HTML. Now you are ready to do business project step 1. I will see you later.